This is a journey of self-discovery. How can you truly know who you are without knowing where you're from? So, I love being able to get out and explore the history, the landscapes, and the character of my surroundings. I still live in the country I was born and raised in, and my story is inextricably tied to this land. By exploring my country, I'm actually on a journey of self-discovery. I quote, "It's only an adventure that some people succeed in knowing themselves," by Andre Gide. Staying on home soil is a way of simplifying that escape. There's no passports, currency, or travel to organize. It's simple, it's calm, and refreshing. My country is more than just where I live. It gives me a sense of place and belonging. By exploring its hidden gems, I am feeding the pride. Want to take your mini mess on a mini break? Well, hang in, stay put, because this is gonna be one perfect quick getaways for tiny adventurers. Hey, what's up? Good morning. Anyways, what are we talking about today? It's 7:15, and we have a long day of waiting ahead. Don't ask us where we're going. I probably don't know what I'm doing, but you know what? Like they say, at least we're doing something. That's what counts, isn't it? Well, let me start it with a little bit of a backstory, so to speak. It's, when your thought surprises you with a painting or a pair of socks on the Father's Day, I couldn't help but return this favor by treating both of us with a mini bonding trip. And this is one such trip. We put together a few of those father and son moments, exploring the wild, living it out. It's more an extempo, more an impromptu ride outside of our comfort zone and going into the wild, and the closest wild that we can possibly explore. So the vehicles are loaded up, and this is what we're driving with. And we're carrying a set of gears on us. It's time to pack it all up. We didn't just randomly wake up one day and decide to go. It's been in the offing for a very long time, okay? And it's obviously difficult when you have, more than yourself traveling with you. There is some sort of planning that happens. I would not say everything is extempo, like it may seem, or like I'm making this out to be. Okay, especially when you have your little ones with you. It's been in transition and a number of events in my life that led me to finally have the confidence to build, to travel. And we have myself, of course, little Yohana, my son, and that's SAURABH behind the camera, and AMEY right behind it. All of us are gonna go and explore some hidden landscapes along the Sahyadri belt. Trust me, it's gonna be one hell of a trip. That's little Yohana. Without any further ado, let's hit the road.
Yes!
Now, Yona, we gotta be careful. We already started the journey. Your seatbelts are fastened. So it's time to say goodbye, Bombay.
Goodbye, Bombay.
Goodbye, Navi Mumbai, isn't it?
Yeah, it's called the Navi Mumbai. Goodbye, Navi Mumbai.
But you know what? I prefer calling it Bombay.
Yeah, me too.
But you prefer Bombay or Mumbai?
Bombay.
Bombay? Are you serious? Me too. Anyways, but why Bombay?
It's a little bit cooler.
Yeah, na? Me too.
Oh, yeah.
Me too love the sound of Bombay. Coffee. Here's a must-have for these long road trips. I prefer this hot, freshly grounded coffee straight from home, because it always makes so much more sense to carry your own coffee. Well, it's seeming like a very gloomy day. Good for a change though, because it's sort of going to cool off the area a little bit. Yo, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? What do you want to explore? What do you want to see? Like, I mean, you want to see the sea, mountainside, the beaches. Where do you want to go? You want to see the deserts? What do you really want to do?
I want to go to the hills and the mountains though.
So, like hills and mountains?
Oh yes.
Super.
Yeah, I am thinking to do paragliding.
Paragliding?
Yeah.
Are you serious, Yohana?
Yeah.
What's your age, if I may ask?
10 years.
10. You're just about turned 10. Ah, so this little bird wants to do paragliding, huh?
Oh yes.
Ah, not yet. Okay, so hold your horses. Anyways, at 10 years old, I knew he had enough maturity to accept some responsibilities and freedoms. And I'm gonna have some wine. And what do you want to have, yo?
Coke.
What? You're kidding me, boy. No aerated drink for you, little yo.
No, please.
Oh, no way. No aerated drinks. So say goodbye, MacD.
Goodbye, MacD.
And say goodbye, Coca-Cola.
No goodbye, Coca-Cola.
Anyways, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
So give me a high five. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's hit the road. So
Oh, yeah.
Here you go. Set the map for Nasik. You want to be the navigator today?
Yeah.
Cool. Say goodbye. There you go. Say goodbye, McDonald.
Goodbye, McDonald's.
We are not going to stop by. We're not going to eat junk food.
We're not going to eat junk food.
Are you sure, yo?
Oh, no.
No? Huh?
Part of encouraging him to grow during our travels was empowering him with knowledge that would allow him to venture outside his comfort zone.
14 minutes.
Before he could find the courage to leave my side, he needed to believe that he could navigate his own safety if needed.
So hit start. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Let's hit the road.
Sometimes doesn't go to plan. You're thrown right across and you get stuck in the sand. There's a way somehow. Find a way somehow.
If you really want to know where we are, let me tell you. This is Kasara Ghats, the famous Kasara Ghats for the intertwining, long and winding roads.
So I guess this means we'll have to live and learn.
And also some noisy trucks. Sorry about that. Anyway, so here, there's no point in explaining all this. It's really pictures. It's beautiful. It's not the word. Best seen from up there. Okay, so let's fly this beautiful bird, which we have right here, right now, which we're going to set up right now. Take off. And we're going to take a look at the view like never before. I haven't seen it from this height ever before. Just fly this bird and take a look, and let's see where we go from here. White goes on the white and the black goes on the black. So ready to launch. Just says go fly. First thing first, I need to set the home point. I can't risk it for nothing. All checks done. All the video sensors done. The GPS signal is rather weak, so we live with it. Home point is all set. Thank you. So ready to launch. Yo, thank you very much. So ready to launch. Yo.
2, 1, go!
I must confess, it skips a beat each time I see this bird going up. It's a serious risky proposition. It's a lot of money flying out there.
Bye!
Let's leave those skyscrapers behind and take in some fresh country air. Well, for nature-loving families, SANDHAN Valley should be your absolute first choice for a short break away from the city life. Take your mini adventurers to this place, and this bougie place would be tucked away in the western Ghats of Sahyadri. You do not have to go too far to get a slice of the action. So here we are putting this together for you as you gently glide along.
That was the beautiful view of the Kasara Ghats, famous Kasara Ghat. We captured some beautiful view of the train, the tracks, and of course the road, almost running parallelly to each other. So come along, lots more coming up. Oh, that's about it for now. A lot of fun, trust me. Come, you get the crowd, let's go. That's the amusement park. Sorry, not the amusement park. That's the dhaba. The dhaba Shamya. It's more amusement park and less of a restaurant or a dhaba, so to speak. I mean, we're just about an hour and a half into the drive, and it's what, about 1:35 to be precise, and we're headed to the SANDHAN Valley. It's also known as the Valley of Shadows. So 135 kilometers from here, estimated to reach by about 4:35 o'clock. We're hoping to capture some morning sunrise shots. Let's just hope and pray we get there. But before that, I think the hunger pang strikes. Time for some good food time. Boom. Okay, so that's some wash. We call it sanitize myself. And this is not after food. This is pre-food. So time to gorge over some save bhaji. The famous save bhaji. Right here, right now. Can't wait, finger looking good. Already looks good, super colorful. I think it's, let's see, we'll know soon. Not bad. Interesting. What do we have here? That's some Indian bread. Roti as they call it, the tandoor roti. The chicken patiala, the gravy. So let's have a good look at it. After a big, sumptuous, really late night dinner, we get going. Good morning, wonderful world. We've just about reached Goti at 7:30. We're still an hour and a half from SANDHAN Valley. Well, this behind me seems like a place to stop by, freshen up, grab some breakfast, a nashta, so to speak, chai nashta. You know what I mean? I'm a terrible driver. I confess I suck when it comes to driving, especially after dinner. After a good sumptuous dinner, I need my bed. So half an hour, 45 minutes into the drive, post dinner, I passed out. I was just looking for a great safe spot, and we found a gas station. We pulled over. What was meant to be a 1 hour of nap time ended up being a good 2.5 hour nap time. And that kind of put us behind schedule in a big way. Now we're soon approaching, we just crossed Goti. It's been a rather tough night. Long, stressful, treacherous. I'm not complaining, but it's been, it's rather tough. So much in the offing here. And this is Kalsubai in Bhandardara. That's Kalsubai Peak right there. It seems so small from this angle. Its summit is situated at an elevation of about 1600 meters above sea level and is the highest peak in Maharashtra, which earns it the much glorified title, the Everest of Maharashtra.
We're soon approaching Bhandardara. We just crossed Kal Subah. Well, it's 7:30 and I can barely keep my eyes open. Let me get my glasses on. Now, I thought it's the sun, but it's still not the sun. My eyes are barely staying open. It's just the sleep, and the sleep deprived me. And the sleep deprived me is struggling to put my eyes together. SANDHAN Valley is up ahead about 34 odd kilometers. Anyway, so we stopped by, gonna grab some breakfast, some kanda poha, some sev bhaji, some misal pav, some vada pav, whatever it is that they serve. And hopefully some coffee, and hopefully some tea for the rest of the team. The sun is rather harsh now, so it's time we get out and get going because we're late, and we're really, really late. I mean, long, tough day awaits us. It's got the Konkan Khada, it's got the fort, Ratangad Fort, I believe, and also lays SANDHAN Valley. So, a lot of waiting for us today. See you around. Take care. What a time to refresh. Refreshed and how? Wow! Can't wait. These stuff, sev bhaji, the only thing that I asked for. It's here and now. Sev bhaji with pav, the bread. This is what took the longest time to prepare. I mean that just only means it's fresh, steaming, piping hot. This is epic. This is really epic. And that much needed punch. It's a good breakfast. It's worth the trip. It's worth the travel. Major foodie, as you can tell. I'm savoring every bite of it. Oh, every part of my tongue. We can feel the spice. Truly awesome. Bhandardara is the adjoining village, the most famous touristic spot around here. It's got the Bhandardara Dam, which is also known as the Wilson Dam, originally built by the Britishers back in 1926, I believe. 1926 to 1929. It took all of 3 years to build that huge dam. Don't quote me on this one. And Wilson Dam is what it's called, and it's named by the engineer Wilson, hence the name Wilson Dam. And now they've changed it, and it now is also known as the Bhandardara Dam. This is the name of the village where it's founded, the dam. So the village name is what it's carrying now. Now it's also known as the Bhandardara Dam, as the locals now call it. Here my son YOHANA sat across from me in the bed of the truck. His body was wedged between the handful of baggage that we had on us. As soon as we reached, he threw up a quick thumbs up, confirming that he was still in good spirits after a bone-shattering ride on the pothole-strewn mountain roads. And here, our pickup truck shuddered to a stop after 5 long hours on a winding journey through the mountains of western Ghats of the Sahyadri belt.
Well, good morning. How are we doing?
Hi.
How are you doing, yo?
I'm fine.
Super.
Rising 3,000 feet above sea level, SANDHAN Valley is a deep, natural crack in the scenic Sahyadri mountains of Maharashtra. A perfect blend of a rugged canyon and a lush valley. Located 180 kilometers away from Bombay, near the beautiful Bhandardara region. The spectacular valley is almost 2.5 kilometers long and nearby 500 feet deep in some patches.
That's little Yo, named YOHANA, with a broken hand. That's right, with a broken hand. Yes, Yo, do you want to say something?
I have loads to say, so I'll save it for it.
He wants to save it for later. He has a lot of things to say, mind you. And that's scary.
Yesterday, we had a bit of a trek. We went out into the SANDHAN Valley. That's where we headed, just from the open fields. All of us are overloaded. What are we carrying, if you ask? It's a whole lot of camera gears. 1, 2. Look at this. That's a DSLR 5D there. What you call the action cam on me. That's the drone bag right there. The tripod, the tent, the camping gears, the barbecue set. Boy, it's a lot of gears. And it's not a joke. It's exhausting, but it's just the beginning. Now it's taking some sort of toll on us. You okay, Mr. Ironman?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Team is right behind, and yeah, lugging on with all of this baggage. We've already crossed a good 2 kilometer plus, and we have 2 more kilometers of climb. Now this one is going to be a tough terrain.
हम इसके ज़्यादा सामने की तरफ जा रहे हैं और अंगूठा उस तरफ है.
So we again lost the track. So what now? Yeah, it's slightly long. Yeah, long way off. AMEY, you okay?
Yeah.
This is how close we are, and that's the tip. Boy, that's super exhausting. Each one of us have a good 10 to 12 kgs on this. How much closer they give up on me. Wow, the beautiful sun is setting soon. We are an adventurous lot, as you can tell, with a broken hand, a 10-year-old scaling up all of this route. Oh, we're lost. We're clearly lost in the middle of nowhere, as you can tell.
Well, far from the luxuries, we as a ragtag group, on this night, we kind of on a rural mountain huddled around a bonfire.
Had some crazy experiences, shot some fabulous pictures. And some astrophotography we ended up doing.
The Milky Way galaxy slashed across the sky in a riot of stars. It's been an immensely rewarding experience, and that would help us so much more today because we are more aware of the path, the terrain, and we're going to be a little less lost today. So SANDHAN Valley coming up right here, right now. Come follow us. We see you in a bit. Until then, time for some B-roll.
Good warm-up?
Yeah.
What do you have in your hand?
The camera. Sony 4K.
Good. So that's your personal camera?
Yeah. It just seems like we are walking in Africa.
Really?
And
Why?
I think that Namibia.
Really? Cool.
From Egypt we are going to Namibia.
Yes, after some beautiful aerial shots that you happen to witness, let me also show you. Let me just walk you through this pass. This is insanely scary. It's already dark, but again, we always push the limits. So let's just come join us. We'll know.
Well, imagine walking along a 200 feet deep gorge carved by water over 1 million years.
And this deep gorge is created by water over 1,000,000 years.
So from here only the water was going.
Yes. At the enigmatic Sandhan Valley, affectionately known as the Maharashtra's very own Grand Canyon. This spellbinding experience is what awaits visitors.
Yes, I do.
Are you sure? Okay. Take it away.
Deep, isn't it? Scary, but it's fun.
For hours, Yohana was bubbling with excitement with each and every step through these mountains.
Give it all, give it all, give it everything you have. Give it all.
This movie captures some of the raw beauty of this little known haunt that is ideal for treks. But for those with adventure in their hearts and dreams of distant mountains in their eyes, only an actual trip to this striking natural wonder will suffice. No wonder it's called the Trekker's Paradise.
This is the foothills of the Sandhan Valley. This is just the start point of the trek.
Awesome, incredible, kick-ass.
You know where we are right now? This is the entry point of Sandhan Valley. You know what I mean? Sandhan Valley. You know why this is also called as the Valley of Shadows?
I do think because the light doesn't enter here.
Yes, my boy. Okay. It's called the Sandhan Valley. It's also because the light does enter, but at one point into the valley, the light barely touches the ground, you know, and it touches the ground only when the sun is overhead, which is at about 12.
12,
Yeah, 12-1ish. Okay, and that's the only time it comes, and that's where we headed, and that's where we're going to go. You know, you'd actually at some point you would actually see the sunlight flicker through the moss-layered crevices of this Grand Canyon, or the Sandhan Valley, so to speak. You know, that's why it's called the Valley of Shadows. It's so mystical.
Okay,
And
we're over there.
Yes, it's somewhere deep down. I mean, we'll explore that soon. Okay. Now, what also happens is at some point you would also hear the sound, even the breath. Your very breath,
Okay.
you know, echoes from these walls of this huge rocks. See the moss is also gone dry. You see that? Okay, so shall we go explore this? Come. Are we ready for this? Are you sure? You ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's also the best time to visit during the monsoons. Come on. During the monsoons, because that's when this whole place looks like something else. You okay? Come, give me a hand. Just go this way we're gonna head, okay?
Just step, come slow, one step at a time. That's Lalu. Lalu, say hello.
Hello.
Hello. That's Lalu Banjare. He's a local guide.
Oh man.
Give me a hand.
Look at those tattoos. Come.
This is extremely challenging affair, okay, Yohana? Are you ready for this? You sure? Say that again.
I think, yeah, I am.
Ready.
First you.
Okay, good.
Careful, Yohana. Bend and do it. Bend and do whatever you do. There you go. Say hello, yo, to the camp.
Hello.
Come. Careful. Watch your head. Give me this hand. Super. Adventurous. Adventurous, yo. There you go. Successfully completed. Okay, so there is the team. Okay, come. Let's see this. This is not a joke. Look at this. And there is the whole thing. Is hardly you can't even jump. There's actually jumpable about 5. But there's no room for jump because there's a wall right here, there's a wall right here. Okay, so amidst all of that, you just got to do a juggling act. Oh, Baba. Yes. Found my ground. Now. Look at this dude. He just doesn't need no help.
Down.
Wait, what's it?
Look at this bat.
Poor guy's injured.
Poor guy.
Okay, let's leave him alone. Turn your hand out. First right.
This may seem a little too small on camera,
but this is a good 4 feet tall rocks. To the least, it is at least 3 to 4 feet. Good, careful, you okay? Yeah, it's slippery.
The spectacular valley is almost 2.5 kilometers long and nearby 500 feet deep in some patches.
Actually created over million years of water cutting through these rocks and creating these amazing crevices, you know. It's not happened overnight. You know, see these little fish, because you know, check these out. They're proper tadpoles and some tiny fish. Very important to hydrate yourself. It's extremely essential that we hydrate ourselves. No matter any trip, any trek, anywhere, load yourself up with dry fruits and nuts and always stay hydrated. That's essential, the most essential for any trip, any trek, anywhere, anytime. The child could do it. I'm going to struggle now.
And it's pretty cool within the canyon, I must say. There's nothing like the sight of a pool of a crystal blue water nestled within a canyon.
This looks so impossible, but look how these locals and the water. I think the water has cut past all of this and paved the way for us. रुको कहाँ है? शादी पे आगे? शादी आगे?
आगे नहीं ऐसे जा रहे हैं ना।
अच्छा बारात कहाँ जा रहे हो? शादी के लिए आ रहे हो बारात में? नहीं सूट वूट पहने
के लिए आए हैं।
मुझे सूट वूट पहने तो इसलिए सोचा शादी पे आ रहे हो नहीं ट्रैकिंग ना?
घूमने के लिए आए हैं।
Okay, sorry. These guys are some tourists. They come to visit the what is this called? SANDHAN Valley. Correct? SANDHAN Valley. That's correct. This is SANDHAN Valley. Now these are one of the regular tourists. This is an off-peak season, which is the summertime. Summertime is not the ideal, visiting time, touristic spots of sort. It's not such a busy time of the year. Monsoons, ideal is the winter season. The winter season is just perfect when you would see the waterfall sliding through these rocks. The water sliding through these rocks and paving that way and making these amazing caves along the side of the rocks. Iron Man, He-Man, Superman, Spider-Man, God knows man, Monkey Man. Well, this is also known as the Valley of Shadows. Also known as the Valley of Suspense.
What caused these major gaps between these two big mountains? It still remains a mystery. It still remains a huge suspense of sorts, which kind of defines why this is also known as the Valley of Suspense.
We're going to go lower, and as we go lower, this whole valley narrows in and thins down to such a stream. So that's basically what happens. And now that's what we're going to go and witness. When the sun hits overhead, we'll hopefully have some light hitting the lens, or light coming into the bottommost part of the valley. So that's what we're hoping for. Looking forward to that.
A perfect blend of a rugged canyon and a lush valley. Sandhan's sublimely beautiful landscape is adorned with breathtaking gorges and glistening streams that snake their way down to the lush valley.
And how mighty strong these waterfalls are, and this gushing water cutting through these rocks, and that's that persistent flow of water is what makes these amazing patterns and paves that way into anything and everything. So that's what cuts these rocks into these amazing patterns. And this water flow goes straight down and forms a solid river called the KHARDE River. And it's a huge river, and that's like one of the biggest reservoirs for these people around here, major source of water. And that's basically it. So let's continue and let's continue the journey further on. Let's just go witness some of that right here, right now. Ta-da! Cheers!
Pond 5. Pond 5. Pond 5.
This is why this is called the Valley of Shadows. Now you understand? And it's going to be tough. I'm going to go all by myself. Sorry, but only because it's a little too deep in there. Okay, it's about 5.5 feet. You can't afford to take that chance. It's about 4.5 feet.
And I can come.
You can come. What about the bandage? He's going to wet the bandage. So I'm going to say, I am sorry, but I have to say bye for now. I see you soon. Just stay put. Just stay put. Stay calm. Give me a hand. Be a champ. That's like a champ. Okay. So that's about it. He's going to end up wetting this wound, which we cannot afford at this point of time, and that could probably be a little bit more slippery and more riskier than what we already charted. Okay. So now this is going to be just me, and this is the state of affairs in the peak summers. You can imagine what it'll be like in the monsoons. It's going to be one hell of a ride, one hell of a trek. So therefore, trek not recommended in the monsoons, only ideal time being winters, and winters is here. Anyways, so this is it for now. See you, champ. Sorry. Okay. Yona. Bye bye. This is what happens when you don't pay. Slippery. So here we go.